Customer Vulnerability Part 2. For those of you who missed Part 1, it is on our YouTube channel at eMatrix. So this is the customer where a vulnerable customer, lots of triggers within the call that he was struggling, and we were missing all of them. So we're up to the point where she's told him to fill this form in. He didn't know how to do it, couldn't use a computer on a disability pension. He says, well, how do I put it into an arrangement? I'm not understanding. She says, well, I just told you. He says, I can't believe you would do this to people. You people are stereotyping everyone with the same brush. Not everyone lives the same life. Do you know what I mean? So again, he's saying, do you know what I mean? He's crying out for you to try and connect with him. And by the way, we gave him radio silence and he said, hello. And we said, yeah, hello. So do you want the website? Now you might laugh, but we're going to organisations and hear this everywhere, constantly, because operators get frustrated. They bring their own judgment in there. They judge other people by their own standards. So because they can read and write and their cognitive thinking's fine, well, what's wrong with him? I just told him what he needed to do. He just has to download the form and fill it in. And for us, that's easy. For this poor bugger, this was going to tip him over the edge, which it didn't, by the way, but he was really, really frustrated. So, when we get a call that escalates in training, so often we get asked, what should we say to a customer that's swearing at us? What should we say to a customer that's angry? What should we say when they're, really ripping into us? And we always ask the question, well, what did you do to get it to that point? So it's no use having reactive techniques. There were probably 10 triggers along the way that you could have dealt with, but you missed them and you got the customer to this point. So even though this was $235, which may or may not seem a lot to you, this was just going to send this guy into a tailspin. So my tip of the day as a coaching technique, we find this is a really lazy, I don't know if it's lazy or an experienced coaching technique. Managers say to their staff, go and listen to your own call and come back and tell me what you learned. Well, that's like your kid not playing well at sport and going back and watching a game and coming back to you and going, I don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? So a really good technique is to go over the call and look at all the trigger points of where the call started to escalate. What did the customer say? Where did he start to get angry? And get the operator to go back immediately before to look down at that or write down what they said that got the customer to that point. So that's a nice little one for calls that go badly.